The motorbike, icon of individual liberty and responsibility. Why are thousands of bikers protesting against the EU? Here in Kent and all over Britain, thousands of bikers take to the road.
Demonstrations that have been taking place nationally and locally in the Folkestone and Dover area on the 25th of September 2011. Our run today has been to promote what the EC is planning to do with regards to motor vehicle legislation, among which I brought my own bike along to provide an example. Air filters. If you change your air filter to a model that's not the official recognised manufacturer's model, will no longer be allowed. Brakes will not be allowed to be upgraded or change the original specification, even to the extent of not being able to change your brake lines. The braided hoses, which as we all know, respond much better to high pressure. You won't be able to upgrade your clutch, or even change the size, dimension or speed rating of your tyre, even if your bike, as this one is getting on in years and has a much better variety of rubber now available. Also, there are other legislations that they're trying to bring in member states, which our belief is they're going to outlaw completely across the whole European Union. Namely, France wants you to wear full, reflective, high visibility jackets, complete with sleeves, not just a waistcoat. France want to outlaw bikes over 7 years old, presumably for environmental reasons, from urban areas and areas surrounding urban areas. They need to look for environmental concerns at making motorcycling more accessible, to be able to promote it, because as we've proven today, we can get a lot more motorbikes on the road in one place than we can cars. They're more environmentally friendly. In a lot of respects, they give you a much better fuel consumption than the average car. And at the end of the day, the reason we all ride them is because they are a great deal of fun. Now, I don't want to see all this legislation go through, nor do approximately 400 bikers down here with me in the Dover area, and on another 70 odd runs throughout the country, an average of 150 to 250 people attending at each. A couple of things I'd like to make very obvious to the average man on the street is this legislation doesn't just concern motorbikes, it concerns cars, trucks, commercial vehicles, and you can guarantee that they'll find a way to push it further and further into our personal lives, more possessions. If the laws come in where a vehicle over 7 years old is basically redundant because it can't be used apart from under show conditions, on a racetrack, or miles and miles away in the middle of nowhere, we've all lost a great deal of money that's been invested in the possessions we own. All of this legislation is being pushed onto us by unelected bureaucrats from Brussels within the EU offices. Our government pays for them through various schemes. No personal interest whatsoever in our classic cars, our motorbikes, our classic bikes, or even our modified cars that the youngsters are doing. All of those things will go out from our streets, from our lives, via a back door that we've never had any say in. And I, for one, and the hundreds of people alongside me today, are not for that. We stand against it.
All of this is framework regulation. Once passed, it does not have to be transposed into national law. It will happen automatically. No scrutiny, no vote by our elected MPs. The most worrying point is the delegated acts, as we're unable to view them and therefore provoke any argument against them until after the event.